what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what, yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. For the poor, no more bad government. Niger war, no more bad government. Niger watch media, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria, no more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media, the number one media in Nigeria, no more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger war, no more bad government. Niger what, yo? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and we recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger what you.
Mr. Felix Morka, this message is to you. I saw your reverberations on Arise Television, and I saw the second video too. In the first video, it was very clear, unambiguous, unequivocal. When you said that Peter Obi has crossed the line, and whatever came to Peter Obi, he should take it. It was very clear. Now, in your second video on Arise TV, you were trying to damage control. Now, why I have decided to make a response to you is because you are from Delta State. You be my brother from Delta State. And do you know why it's so painful? Especially people from South and Southeast. Why this is so painful is that at the end of the day, they use us to fight ourselves. Well, since you have decided to become a stooge of the cabal to threaten Peter Obi, saying that he has crossed the line and whatever comes to Peter Obi, he should take it. That is an unadulterated threat. Put it any way you want. If anybody from the obedient camp had made the same threat using the same words, I am sure such a person would have been in Kirikiri by now. I am sure the DSS would have swooped in on such a person and would have arrested him. And so let me tell you something. I know and I hope this video comes to you. Hopefully it will. In one of my videos, I made the analogy of the wildebeest. Now, I don't know whether you know the animal they call wildebeest. I think they are herbivores, mostly found in the wild. In that video, I said that the wildebeest, they migrate. They migrate once in a year when the pasture from one side of the river has become overgrazed. They now go to the other side of the river. They migrate twice a year, to the other side of the river where the pasture would have, the greenery of that place would have improved. And I made the analogy, I said, in trying to cross, there's a river they call Serengeti. In trying to cross that river, they don't just rush to cross because in that river, there are crocodiles. And the crocodiles too, they know and anticipate the migration of the wildebeest. They know that that period of migration is a period of plentiful. So when these wildebeest do, that's including zebras and other herbivores, they come to the edge of the river, they stay. They are watching who will take the first step. Who is going to plunge in first on the river? While they are thinking, other wildebeest, other animals, the zebra, they come and they pile up on that edge of the river. Sooner or later, the plunge will have to be made. It could be, let's just say the zebra is Yoruba, the wildebeest is Igbo, the buffalo is Yoruba. Sooner or later, one of the animals will have to make that plunge. Now, what the hardship that you have caused on Nigerians is similar to overgrazing. There's nothing to graze upon again. Nigerians now want to cross the Serengeti River. What is the Serengeti River? That is this administration. We want to cross to the other side of the river where we believe that there is greener pasture. And the greener pasture, we believe, is an administration headed by people with empathy, people with sense, people with futuristic plans. And such people, according to us, by the obedience, believe Peter Obi represents one of them. Now, you may have thought that the silence and the seeming acceptance that has accorded the Tinubu administration in your small brain may have deceived you that the obedient movement is dead with the end of the election. Oh my God, you are so wrong about it. You are so very, very wrong. The obedient movement is just silent, not because they are afraid, not because they are dead, not because they have lost their voice. It's just simply because Peter Obi said, don't do anything. I can tell you without a shred of doubt that if Peter Obi says, take back this country physically and by force, the country is gone. There will be no peace. I think in your small mind of the little things that you are getting from this draconian, devilish, hydra-headed, monstrous administration, you thought it was free to say whatever you want to say. You thought the obedient voice is no longer in existence, and therefore you could come and reverberate some nonsense and trash that Peter Obi has crossed the line. Oh, my brother, you are so wrong. You are so wrong. I can assure you without a shred of doubt that you cannot do Peter Obi anything. If you think you are that strong, pick Peter Obi. Just if you want to test, the resolve of the obedient movement, pick Peter Obi. I dare you. Pick Peter Obi. I dare you. That is even too far. I'm even daring you to pick me, that I've said on this account that I said, look, since it's a trade of threats, I'm daring you to pick Peter Obi. Touch Peter Obi. Just touch him. It's not just about mouthing or talking or shouting. I like people who put their money where their mouth is. I dare you. We, the obedient, are silent because no blood of Nigerian is worth our political ambition. It's not worth it. Because we want to save Nigeria and Nigerians. So it is not worth losing one soul. If a better Nigeria must come, it must include every soul. But if you must push us to the edge of the Serengeti river, sorry, let me take that again. If you must push us to the Serengeti river, and somebody makes a plunge, I can assure you that we will definitely cross to the other end of the river. And no amount of guns, no amount of arrests, no amount of threats, intimidation, blackmail will stop the surge. And that surge will come not because we decided, but because you pushed us to make that plunge. You are my brother. I just quickly went through your biography on social media. I just saw that you are from Delta State. I didn't know what part of Delta State. I don't know where Morka is from. But as I see your face, so I did suspect say you be Urubu, Isoko. So why would we are the ones feeding this country. We are the ones feeding this country. Yet, those who feed from us use us to fight ourselves. Because at this point in time, on that Arise television, the only thing in your mind is a small circle where your mind cannot transcend. It's a small circle around your feet where your mind cannot transcend. And therefore, because your mind is limited by that cycle, you want to prove to your masters to enable you become relevant in that small circle. It's a pity. It's a pity that as Southerners, we are so connected or too connected to what we will eat. And once we get what we will eat, we can sacrifice the general interest of our brothers. Now, you may not understand or have a feeling of the sufferings of the masses. Because, hey, with your job right now, you cannot feel a bag of rice at 110,000 naira. As a stooge, you cannot feel the impact of buying fuel above 1,000 naira. You don't know right now what it means to drive a car and be constantly looking at your fuel gauge to know how much fuel you have consumed in a short distance. You don't know what it feels to have 10,000 naira in your pocket and you erroneously think you have cash, only to go out and you realize that 10,000 is not that much to boldly say, I have cash, let me go out and enjoy. It is the low mentalities that has been infected to different leaders in Africa, which is sustained by stooges like you, that has left Nigeria into this rather abysmal doldrum that we found ourselves. It's a pity. It's a pity. I am constraining myself to curse you. I am holding back from cursing you because people like you are the reason why I want to believe that hell exists. Because people like you and your employers and your cabals need to have a place hotter than hell. Eh? I don't even want God to dip you immediately. They should first dip your prick inside, make it first roast. Then come dip your yash, make it roast so that you don't feel a mess. Then dip your legs small, you go to enter. Until you enter all finished. So that at least they'll leave your head, make you feel cry small. Then they dip the rest of your body. Because what I see this APC government, the only thing APC government has exhibited is the highest form of evil. And in fact, words alone cannot describe the lack of empathy this administration has shown to Nigerians. It is even more annoying that they give you sufferings, and then at the end of the day, they go to TV station to say that I give myself pass mark, that he has done well. Done well in what? Done well in making Nigerians to suffer. And as if that is not enough, we are keeping quiet and watching. And then because you mistake our silence as docile, you mistake our silence as defeatists, you mistake our silence as disillusioned set of people, you mistake our silence as people who have given up, you mistake our silence as people who no longer have hope. Sorry, sir, you thought wrong. You thought wrong. We are just watching, waiting for the first person to take that plunge. Circumstance has driven us to the edge of the Serengeti River. We are watching. The only reason why you have not seen people talking is because we are confused. If we start, will this one talk about religion? If we start, will this one talk about tribalism? If we start, will this one talk about my brother? The one voice. We are still learning the language. We have not fully learned the language of hunger. Remember, the language we are learning is a language that does not know religion. It's a language that does not know tribalism. It's a language that does not know region, race. It's a language, when we all start to speak it, I can assure you that the evil that you bring forth to Nigeria will be crushed. My name is Magnus Oraka. Please follow this page and share this post now.
You are going to court to win any case as a lawyer. When I finish, then the answer you give to yourself will be the best answer. When he was contesting as a chairman of Obia local government area, a man brought him to be the council chairman. Senator Sam Mbata brought him to be the council chairman. After helping him, Senator John Mbata brought him to be the council chairman. After helping him to be the council chairman, today, Wike and John Mbata are enemies. When he was going for second term,
when PDP denied him ticket, he rushed to our mother, retired Justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Mary Odili, to beg her that they've removed his name from going back for second tenure. And she begged the husband, who was the then governor, and Wike was given second term as a council chairman. Today, he's an enemy to Justice Mary Odili. Rotimi Amechi made Wike his chief of staff and nominated him as minister of the Federal Republic. Today, he's an enemy to Rotimi Amechi. President Jonathan brought him and handed over to our father, Dr. Peter Odili, to assist him to be the governor of Rivers State. Today, he's an enemy to President Jonathan. Not only being enemy, he went ahead to start dragging property with President Jonathan in GRA, Port Harcourt. He took intervention of several people before he let that property to go. Our father, Dr. Peter Odili, who made him council chairman, who he came to beg to say he wants to be governor, through Ambassador Desmond Akawo, who brokered peace for both of them to meet. Today, because Dr. Peter Odili, one man, is an enemy now to Dr. Peter Odili. Wike, a man who does not respect his father, is in enmity with his biological father. A man who cannot respect his father cannot respect anybody. And the drunkard speaks before thinking. So I want to beg that we should forgive him, because he spoke with the level of alcohol he took. And the drunkard speaks before he thinks. Barrister Wike, who is the barrister who have never won any case in the court, who claimed that Sir Dr. Peter Odili has taken Rivers State as his estate. When he was governor of Rivers State, Wike appointed his in-law, Ike Obuzo, as the caretaker chairman of Ahuda West Local Government Area. He also appointed his father-in-law as a board member. Before he left office, he made his brother-in-law, the wife's brother, a member of House of Reps in Abuja. Correct. Victor Obuso. Correct. Fire down. His anger and cry and lamentation is because Fubara has removed the feeding bottle he is using to feed from Rivers Fund, Rivers Treasury. Fire down. That is why he's angry. Fire down. I will tell you today that council allocations we are not coming completely, because when I served under Wike as a council chairman, he forced the 23 local government chairmen to be their letterheads to the former chief of staff, Emeka Wike. They typed letter on our behalf for us to sign. He deducts 20 million from every local government every month, made us to sign that we, the local government chairman, has agreed to send that money to the state government every month for the training of civil servants. The civil servants and civil service he did nothing about for 8 years. He never did any employment for 8 years. He never promoted any worker for 8 years. The governor came in, Singh came in, and started promoting civil servants. Speak out! Speak out! He's angry because he has no place to nominate commissioners to see Fubara. He's angry because he cannot dictate for C. Fubara. Exactly. He said C. Fubara is the best.
Receiving lectures from Wike of Rivers State, and I weep. Supporters and followers of Governor Monday Okpebolo of Edo State, most especially to the Esan people who believe it is the turn of the Esan, and now they are happy they have their turn. I want you to listen to this video carefully of Wike lecturing Governor Okpebolo and telling him the things to do and the things not to do, those to attend to and those not to attend to. If you have not seen the video before, for those that have not seen it before, I'm going to show it to you now. And as for those that have seen it, please bear with us, join us to watch it again. And after the video, I'm going to tell you my take and what I observed in case you didn't notice them. So before then, let's watch the video.
The one you can do, sir, I can do this one. This one, sir, I cannot do. But for you to turn overnight, and so somebody is a wicked man. That is a wicked man. Everybody has become wicked now that you are governor. Don't. Don't. Today is third. There was nothing I was not offered. I told PDP, I will not. Because I'm not a second-class citizen. I must support the South to be president. There was nothing they did not offer me. Even though I know their offer, like a Greek gift. Why yo? When once they have won, will have been finished. I know them. My brother, you are dressing like a Jew cap. Continue. Continue. No be now. 600, you never say 100 days for Felix, you don't say. My own no reach 100 days in office. And I saw it. Today, I'm this, I'm that, and the most wicked man, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. As a governor, 8 years, I'm minister of FCT. What am I looking for in life? What am I looking for? All I'm saying, don't abandon people who labored for you day and night. Every person who supports you needs something. You are not the most handsome person. You are not the most beautiful person. They are supporting you, believing that when you come in on board, something will happen to you in their lives. That's how it is. So don't use that excuse now. Like all these who are abusing me, people like David Briggs. If you hear the story of David Briggs, you won't hear there. But let it be so. So I'm telling you now, don't abandon these people. Who work day and night, don't abandon them. Because what you see in governors, oh, the one you can't tell me, sir, I won't do it. Don't pretend. Say, sir, why I can't do this? See. I tell people, those who come to me, I say, look, you are right, but this one I can't do this. This one I can, this one, let me look into that. It will save you than to say, you know, I just want to play him wayo. You are playing yourself wayo. Thank you, and God bless you.
So that was it. You saw it and you heard it. Now let's address this video properly. I don't know if you observe it and notice things very well while he was speaking. First and foremost, before I even start, who was this advisor? Who was the man lecturing our governor? A man we all know who he is. The hardship befalling Nigeria today, Wike has a huge role to play. His involvement is massive. That is the same man lecturing my state governor. And who are the people he said you should attend to? He said the people that labored for you day and night. He said everybody that supported you need what? They need something. Don't forget them. Did you hear Wike at any point told the governor, say, develop your state. Make sure the voters, did you hear him mention the voters? See, these politicians knows that your vote is useless. Your vote is not part of what brought Mahmood Yakubu to Sadebe Avenue. It was the ESACO magic. We all saw the figures when they were arriving from the 3 local governments of ESACO. The magic perfected by Comrade Adams Oshomole, the man who told Nigerians not to go into politics if they don't have the heart to accept rigging. That was it. So Wike has told the governor not to act like Fubara. Hey. For those that believe that Monday will serve the people rather than the... See, Wike is one Nigerian that of which when I listen to, I don't just know how to react. Yes, this man said things that he shouldn't be saying. Okay, yes, on Wike, you said as the governor for 8 years and as safety minister, what else do you want? I thought you wanted to be president. You wanted to be president and you lost. So you are telling us now that you are okay with two-time governor and being an FCT minister. I'd help you the shame. And he also said something that beats my imagination, that make me ask, are these guys really thinking? He said if PDP have won, we would have been, finished. I don't know where he got that from. If PDP have won, maybe Atiku Abubakar was the president today, it would have been as bad as it is now. I'm a supporter of Peter Obi, who was the best man. He was, and still the best man for the job. But for Wike to say PDP have won, would have been finished. It could not have. See, the worst person won. The worst person got the presidency. And this is the result. And Wike is talking bullshit. Senator Monday Okpebholo, executive governor of Edo State, with the people surrounding you already, I already know where we are going to. For those that are expecting magic from you, that Edo is going to turn to London, that there's going to be a modern Edo, I hope it happens, but I doubt it. The chances are very slim. It's like I've always said, it's not about you. It's not about the governor himself, but about his accomplices. It's about his friends. They say, show me your friends, and I will tell you who you are. Governor Monday Okpebholo certainly have nothing for the voters, for the people of Edo State, because obviously he didn't emerge by the vote of the voters. So Wike have said it all. He said those that stood for you day and night do not turn around there. They all need something. Not the populace. He was specific. Adams Oshomole. In fact, I just hope we all saw that and now know what to expect. This is how the Nigerian politics is being practiced. And tomorrow, we expect miracles from these politicians. We are obviously expecting too much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. Happy weekend to every one of you. Today's Saturday, 11th January 2025. I appreciate you all. Some of our titles with the put 2024 since the beginning of this year. My attention was drawn to it. We are not versed. We are still used to 2024. So when I sound like that, don't worry, it will be rectified. But you know, the brain is trying to get used to the new year. I appreciate you all, my people. Mother of all my diaspora, great day to you, mommy. Happy weekend to you. Thanks for all that you do. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you very much, Madam Suberry. Thanks for the super chat earlier on. God bless you. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My wonderful people right there, Madam Rita, I can see you. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. I appreciate you. Love Manduka. Thanks for joining us. Good evening to you, Madam Tusabi. Thank you very much. Wike. Although I've showcased so many of you already on the screen, Grace Home and Properties, thank you very much. Good evening to you as well. Casey, I can see you. Madam Amin Bright, good evening to you, man. Thanks for joining us today. Streams of Favor, I can see you. God bless you. Good evening to you. I appreciate every one of you right there. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, thank you very much, sir, for all that you do. Christian CXL, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ariza Chukuma, Patty Solomon, Michael Abba, Mr. Kings ED, Nobleman, Ken Sim, Georgia Fosa, Benedict Kisdogera, hey, and many others. Olumide, my brother, what's up? It's been a while. Where you day? We don't miss you, not be small. Now God bless all of my people. Just do your part by pressing on the like button, take our voices far, and let's do this together. When I see all the video I play for now, I got Frank Emmanuel just coming in. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much. God bless you. I see that last video why I play so. I know I play other videos, but that particular one from our brother, he was speaking facts and he was spitting fire. These people don't care about you once they don't win. They only care about themselves that help them to win the election, and they always do everything to compensate this circle. not us. As we speak right now, you can already see from the screen that INEC is demanding for 126 billion naira to prepare for 2027 general election. The one who will first spend, we don't see it, we don't know how it go. Now around 4 a.m. they ring election, they tell us say it is done. Now he's telling us, I talked about this by yesterday, right? I say, this man, so they power. I want to say that they prepare for 2027. Be not follow like that one. I love you follow like that one at all. All this child's play. No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But meanwhile, a lot of Nigerians, concerned Nigerians outside my own platform, have responded to this, or rather reacted to this. I'd like us to take it from here. You can see the first reaction right on the screen coming from Malcolm. He said, what is the need for the 126 billion naira when the whole exercise will suffer from technical glitches and Mahmood can change the rules midway? Yes, or midnight. Hey, Mahmood Yakubu. Hey. Anyway, Mood said, this individual who has yet to account for how funds allocated to his agency for conducting elections in recent years were spent is now asking for more money? Question. Clearly, you have no regard for Nigerians, and honestly, I can't blame you for thinking you can get away with it. Nigerians are the ones not asking pertinent questions. My brother or sister, whoever behind that name, maybe they ask, me and some of my consecrated followers here, panelists, we they ask. Although majority of Nigerians are not asking, but some of us, they ask. But nobody, they answer us. They're asking. And that 126 billion very soon now will be allocated. Then they'll go wait for you for junction. See, make it the come 27. You want to come vote. You want to vote for Peter Obi? Let's move on. I have another person reacting here, Mazi. Another cash out season for Mahmood Yakubu. This is an offer to guarantee their selection in the next election. He's calling on the government and wealthy politicians to come out and renew their subscriptions while offers last. Make una read this particular comment well. Make una read them well. Now Mazi na put them there. I ever see Nigeria. Anyway, Obi Ina said, the man's continued stay in office is an affront and mockery of the collective resolve and intelligence of Nigerians. Imagine a FIFA president changing the competition's guidelines of an ongoing football tournament midway. He changed the rules of the process guidelines, which he also authored midway. Who does that? There was a gazetted electoral guideline, which was equivalent to law, used to train election officials and staffs, but on election day, he single-handedly threw it into being. Equipment were bought with billions of naira, but he single-handedly rendered them obsolete and useless. And he's here asking for money to do what exactly? I don't know. And so we say our country, and so it be. But meanwhile, more reactions. Adewale Damilare said, can you guys post INEC news without adding this man's face? Another huge sum of money to be wasted on shambolic elections. So this one shocked me when I hear and shout, but they go pay him. You know, then Nigerians now will not go on the line or want to go and vote again. You know, for me, it be as it gets. To be honest, it really be as it gets. But I'd like to take more reaction. I have more people here. Sadiq said, so far, this man is putting in the effort. I hope the 2027 general elections will be an improvement over the 2023 ones. Now, Sadiq Night of that one, he said Mahmood Yakubu, they put in the effort, he's doing well as we speak. So, I'm not saying as we see him, so the current they can't give enough for here. But meanwhile, I have Fubara saying they should just give that certificate forger certificate of return and save us the expenditure. Who this man they refer to? I don't understand. May I read that part again? So that I feel understand that. They should just give that certificate forger certificate of return and save us the expenditure. This guy is talking in riddles, so I don't feel understand what they talk with, to be honest. But we can move on. But meanwhile, this one they say, oh, I think we got that. Okay, winner and use the money for something else. Okay, didn't start well. I think we got the screenshot wrong. My producer right there. Or loot it directly instead of wasting our precious time with something they will still eventually ring and announce what they like. We already know what they are going to do. We have Pharaoh. Pharaoh, let my people go. They should just announce Tinubu as the winner and use the money for something else, or loot it directly instead of wasting our precious time with something they will still eventually ring and announce that they like. Okay, we already know what. Okay, that is the correct one that I wanted to present earlier on. Please, I can't take call right now, guys. All right, Edozie said, if we were serious about democracy, this man should not be the INEC chairman. If we were serious. Now, true with that, too, if we were serious. Then I have dearest Jessica. Yakubu Mahmood is one of the richest politicians in today's Nigeria. He's asking for 2027 election fund in beginning of 2025 year. While the last one is saying, 50 speaks, say, he talk and say, federal government should not release any money for the election. No need of election because we already know the winner. Tinubu should just continue till 2031. So what's your take, my people, on this new development, or rather breaking news, as you call it? What's your own take? I want to see how. Maybe we just give Mahmood Yakubu maybe for go do the work, or maybe we not give him, or how want to say him. So this is the best time for you to call in. But meanwhile, I would like to cement that up with the article that I have here before. So people will call, they say, where you see him. And not say this platform, as we see them, so they carry and they conduct even. Yes, as you can see right there on the screen, coming from Tribune, 40 billion not enough. INEC want 126 billion budgetary allocation. Now just say everything is right there, but I'm not going to take it. Everything is right there. The argument continues. But meanwhile, what do I know? I appreciate every one of you, my people. Now, God will bless you now. For those of you that want to call in, then you can call in now. I posted out a link. Those of you that want to join the panel, this is the best time for you guys to join. I know it's Saturday. We're just going to take it the way it is so that we can round up and move on. I appreciate every one of you, my people. Do you know the painful part of all this? Before I pick a corner, the painful part of all this is that many Nigerians are not taking this whole thing serious. I am talking about many Nigerians who live in Nigeria. They're not taking it serious at all. It seems like they are not really, really interested. I don't know. Thank you, moderator. I can see you already. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. They're not taking it serious. Nobody's talking about what is affecting us. All of them come to your inbox. They beg for food all the time. They have become a beggar. It's very, very, very unfortunate that we find ourselves in this excruciating situation. Nobody's talking. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from? Hello? Oh, I don't know. I guess you guys can hear me though. I hope my network is not affecting anything. I can't hear you. Please call back. All right. Like I said before, my people, 2027, though it's not around the corner, but in the same way, it's already around the corner. What is your plan? What are you doing? What do you want to do? What is your take? What is happening to Nigerians? Why is it that we enjoy too much to the extent that nobody wants to actually question this government? not knowing that constitutionally is your right to question the government when they are not doing the right thing. But how come Nigeria is becoming the only country in the world now that doesn't speak or question their government? I don't know. If you have other country that is not questioning their government, please let me know. Me, I don't know. You know, we are here to learn. It's very, very pathetic knowing that things are getting worse every second. Unfortunately, nobody is questioning this government. Majority of Nigerians are just doing their thing. It's crazy, man. Thank you very much, man, for calling in. Good evening to you, man. Man, the love of God is my strength. Please talk to us. Thank you, man.
Good evening, happy weekend.
Happy weekend to you, man.
To everyone.
Thank you, man.
Good evening, my sister Rita. God be with you. God bless you and your family and your children. Your children will be great. Your children will not give problem.
Amen.
In the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And I will share you the share by your family.
Yeah,
hello to everyone on the
fine.
panel.
I'm fine, man. Thank you.
Everyone on the comment section. Thank you. Everyone on the comment section. Mommy Diaspora, good evening. Happy weekend. God be with you, man. God continue to guide you and God continue to empower you for what you are doing for us. I've never seen a mother who can sit with the son and do this. So we are all proud of you. Thank you, man.
Thank you, man. Yes, ma'am.
Like that. You see, you know what? This Nigerian government, I don't know what they call Nigerians. I don't know what they call us. I don't know whether they have seen us finish. That's the word I'm going to use. And let me move into broken. People are saying this people, they don't see us finish.
They see us finish. I agree with you.
Nigerian government think calm for their mind and see allow Yakubu, Mahmood Yakubu to see be there as an INEC chairman. That means, you know what I'm looking at here? These people, Nigerian government, you people are daring us. You people are looking at us as if, when I start watching your day, this is where I just want to talk about this thing. What is this rubbish? Are we stupid that this man is still going to be the INEC chairman after all the money he took to organize an election that nothing came out of it, and he's still requesting for money? No. This is
we are not going anywhere.
Yes, so I want Nigeria to maybe the way sorry, Nigeria to my brother. Maybe the way I'm looking at it, I'm too maybe it's the way it's doing me. I don't do other people like that. Because this is pure total nonsense. That this man see have the infantry and guts to come outside and be asking for money. You know why we say this, and I'm sorry to say it, because when this man do that last war, if he sleep for a house, close window, open door, and sleep. That is why he's still working all over Nigeria, all over everywhere, going to contest election in another country, because he has seen that Nigeria cannot do anything. So that is why it's coming to us again, so that if you want to contest election, and Nigeria will come out. I want to tell all of you here, maybe when that time comes, I will be on my own and be asking Nigeria not to come out, because it's a waste of time.
Thank you.
Maybe Nigeria, when they come outside to come and vote, when this man is in charge, that person they don't take they don't take the brain when they end. Yakubu, wherever you are, you don't respect Nigerians. You don't respect us at all. You don't fear us at all. And I could tell Nigerian government, they push us, they put eye for our eye. They put us to one place. When we see Nigeria, they don't wake up. If they don't wake up to what is going on
wow.
We will see shake the banker. They wait all of you now. This Nigeria making a wake up. Look, we do fight now. That we don't want Yakubu. That should be what we say now. Attack. Yakubu, Muhammad Yakubu, what is your name? Nigeria army man. All the lie when the man like it. I know say some country, you know, it do one kind. But the lie when the lie to them, say they're not corrupt. There be number one corrupt army all over the world. So it should not lie. They are the one putting us where we are. If they are standing with the citizen, we will not be where we are today. Thank you, my brother. God bless
Thank you. Thank you very much, man. God bless you. Thank you. If I have to respond to what Madam Love God just said, that Mahmood Yakubu needs to be changed and not to be changed by the government of the day and all that. Two things needs to be put in place right here. Yes, Mahmood Yakubu should not be the one to conduct any prospective election. But two, if we pressure Tinubu now that Mahmood Yakubu must be changed, Tinubu will give us another Mahmood Yakubu. So what are you guys going to do about that? What are you guys going to do about that? See, with the effort that some of us are putting to see Nigeria better, just imagine saying someone like, you know, not get platform. Maybe they will not pursue me for their platform. Maybe I go to borrow platform to talk, say Nigeria must be better, must be. They'll not pursue you, tell. Tell me what Nigerians in Nigeria are doing. Tell me one thing these guys are doing. Everybody just silent. I bet you nobody is complaining in this country. Not in Nigeria, nobody's complaining. And you know what? I went to ShopRite today. As I was about to pay on the till, a discussion started. Then it led to talking about the hardship in the country. Immediately, I started discussing it. Guess what, my people? Everybody on the queue, on the till, everybody went silent. Everywhere, like, I was not thinking I'm talking to myself. Don't forget, these people started this discussion with me, but I diverted it to the government of the day. Every single person for ShopRite, that is for that particular, on the queue and on the till and everybody just quiet. Nobody want to participate, not even the attender. Nobody want to participate on it. They are not interested. I was like, wow. But guess what, guys? When I was leaving, they were expecting me to give them money. As usual. I was like, wow. People pushing the trolley and all that. Ah, sir. Good evening, sir. Happy New Year, sir. Every sir. But these people, they automatically became deaf and dumb when I switched to the government of the day. I was like, wow. And they tell my people, for now they come in Nigeria, wake up, Nigerians wake up. I don't know which of the Nigerians that they tell make you wake up. That means the one with me they see for here. This guy, they don't discuss this thing nowhere. Where they go and they say people they talk about what they happen for Nigeria. You know your deal. Now inside their living room that they talk inside their living room, inside their kitchen. No, I never cross, not even for gym or anywhere. See people they talk, say, we are tired. This nowhere. Let me take this call, man. Good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from? Hello. Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir. Your name and where you call from?
From Germany. This is Samuel calling.
Okay, God Samuel. I better talk to us. Your number, I never save them. Talk to us, sir. Good evening to you.
I agree that the panelists, the major tire. They don't really put fear for the Nigerian people, but they should over the parents say for the people come outside, the mama, the father, the daughter that children they come outside for anything at all. So Nigeria and the Kaba just say, if you come out for protest for Nigeria, the government they don't get caution, they must buy people. They don't just get that with the mama, they don't already attack everybody. So the leaders will attack the youth. There's nothing anybody can do, no matter what the person want to. If the person people see come outside for protest, may they do that protest, and they will see carry people go lock you up. So me, I don't know what I want to talk about tire for which Wike just they talk for there. So they say Wike people might go to say Wike now, Wike sitting for PDP. They don't know say now ABC now anything. But you want you destroy PDP, you want you destroy PDP down, all because for article. Because what what happened for that last fight for the primary team, they set down for Atiku. So now we wanted to shock me. Now we can APC 9 day. People have the big listen at PDP day. Nigeria is finished. So nobody, you cannot do nothing. Nigeria, you see people come out, say people know they talk. If you don't talk to them, they will say arrest the person. You don't do like this, so you talk like this. So the Nigerian government, they understand the citizens, they fear. So nobody want that. So when I say your pay, but I don't know why you're talking. Your bless me, they just carry somebody coming here and jack the country. If somebody go come over here and jack the country, but people are very powerful.
My brother.
Like say they go patrol, and that's what I'm saying. You are jack the country, they're very powerful. They're very powerful. You are jack. That's what I'm saying. Because Nigeria,
thank you.
Go nowhere.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much. Let me take another call quickly. Mr. Paul, please talk to us, sir. Hello, Mr. Paul, I lost you there. Okay. Mr. Paul, are you there? Can you hear me? Hello, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you, sir. I beg, talk to us.
Yes, Mas, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you for the good evening. Thank you for the job you're doing for Nigerians around the world. It's not easy because the media is power. Yes, I saw what you played about this military man. That military man want to any question they're asking is defending the atrocity they commit in Nigeria about the Nigerian masses. They feel that the world that they are foolish, or Amnesty International, they don't know what they are doing. The world know that Nigeria is I don't know what to compare with Nigerian states in short. And this is the time all Nigerians should stand up and say no to that man call himself Mahmood. Because this mess now, everybody is passing Nigeria. The man contributed 100% of the Nigerian problem. Because what is happening now in Nigeria, and he wants to continue his evil in Nigeria. So that is why all Nigerians should stand up and say no. Because sometimes you cannot eat the egg, you can't break the egg. Nigerians should suffer to regain the Nigeria we're talking about. So don't say that we don't want to have a problem and leave these people. No, if we leave these people, we continue to suffer in Nigeria. So my brothers are
thank you. All right. My people, and so we see thank you very much. Love God is my strength. Thanks for all that you do, man. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you. Your pocket never run dry. Divine Cross, you say I hope I not give them money. As usual, I don't know. I wish I have, to be honest, I don't talk so many times for this platform. I wish I really, really do have that mind not to be supporting people in Nigeria. I would have stopped it. But I don't. I've tried, but it's difficult. It's difficult. So unfortunately, none of them talk. I'm giving you the organic testimony because I did here. Now you'll be like, say, for me, there's nothing wrong. We gather, we occupy street, tell the government, say we're hungry. Is anything wrong with that? If you even cover protest now again and say nobody go come out. Nigerians are so comfortable with the situation. I'm telling you. Anyway, let's start talking because the time is going fast. I'd like to move on to the panel. I appreciate every one of you listening to us right there. Please just do your part by pressing on the like button. Help us to share. God bless you all. Let me start with Madam Rita. You're the first on the panel. Then I'll come with Mr. Jonathan before Sir Louis. Madam Rita, it's good to have you on the show. Thanks very much for being there. I appreciate you, man. Good evening to you. I beg, talk to us.
Good afternoon, Mr. Elvis. How you doing? Good afternoon, Mr. Jonathan and Mr. Louis. My lovely mommy diaspora, you know I'm the only one that still loves you. And I'm greeting Johnson Emmanuel and every other person in the comment section and those people listening from home. Love of God is my strength. Good evening, Ma. Thank you for your prayers. And I say amen. Mr. Elvis, I think I came when that gentleman was talking about Wike's speech. So I don't know about the previous video. I'm hearing you guys are talking about the service chief who came to speak out. I think I've seen that video, but I didn't really pay attention. Okay, I'm just going to go this way. In 2022, INEC budgeted 355 billion naira, 355 billion naira for the presidential election of 2023. Now, INEC is requesting, or rather, they're budgeting, how much was it? 127? 126 billion for the 2027, 126 for 2027 election. This is also separate from what INEC gets every year. I think as of 2022, as far as I can remember, INEC used to get 40 billion naira every year for INEC. So that is for pay salaries and logistics and maintenance of the different offices across the nation. They get 40 billion naira yearly, and now the budget of 355 has gone down more than 50%, almost 50%, not 50%, maybe 45% or maybe 42%. Is 126 that they are budgeting now. So what happened? What happened from 355 to 126? What happened? And besides, so that they don't disturb Nigerians anymore, I think I calculated the $52 million that the United States gifting us again, this yearly gift that we get from the looters, $52 million. Now, if you multiply that to the present text, let's say I use 1,800 naira, 1,800 naira. I think that would give us about 93, if I'm not 93 billion naira. Now, so if they give them 93 billion naira, what's left is 35 billion. So they might as well just give this Mahmood Yakubu, the $52 million. It's so that, let everybody just rest and let them share the money, the way they want to share it. There's something that kind of, I don't know if it's an epiphany of some sort. There's something I've just come to discover. Nigerians, we are so, I don't know, when something goes wrong, there's a tendency for every human being to just blame the person that they see firsthand, or they blame the person, that's supposedly in charge of that issue. Mahmood Yakubu is the chairman of INEC, right? A supposedly independent commission. But however, we all know that INEC is not independent. And like Mr. Jonathan used to say, Nigeria is a country of pretense. We pretend too much. Anytime I think it, the way he says it, it makes me laugh. But it's true. Nigeria is a country of pretense. We all know for a very fact that INEC is not independent, right? Number two, the INEC, the face of the INEC chairman that we're seeing, the way Nigeria is designed, whoever is commander-in-chief will particularly impose the INEC chairman to Nigerians. So who is in charge, people? INEC, what's his name? Mr. Yakubu will have to take the brunt of the different songs and insults because he's the face of INEC, right? But in actual fact, let us really go in depth. Does Yakubu actually have power to make decisions, especially concerning who becomes the president? Does Yakubu actually have the power? Let us ask ourselves, because before we start to crucify the man, let us ask ourselves truthfully. Let us be honest, at least for once. Does Yakubu actually have the power to announce who won the election? The answer is no. In case you don't know the answer is no. He doesn't. So therefore, Yakubu will continue to get the koboko that we are giving him on a daily basis anytime his name or his picture shows up. However, Nigerians should also realize that it's not by saying INEC chairman should be changed. Listen, whether it is Magu or Yakubu or Kubuya or Mahmoud or Miriam or whomever that they place there, whoever is placed there will do the bidding of whoever placed him there. Period. The root of the issue is really not Yakubu. Because if Yakubu did something wrong and we had strong institutions, right, that we make a petition and we investigate Yakubu and we can have proof or whatever. These institutions, if they were strong or if they were standing 10 toes down, they would do the needful. The man from Bodilon wouldn't be president. But we don't. Let's just start telling ourselves the truth. Let's just start going in depth to what is really happening. It's the same thing I was talking about when we were talking about, the National Assembly members getting these expensive SUVs of, is it 150 million naira or something? The issue is really not the National Assembly members. The issue is every 4 years, there's a recurring decimal where Toyota, including a faceless person or a faceless group of people, they make a deal every 4 years. They bring vehicles to the National Assembly members. It is not questioned. It is not talked about. Nobody talks about which company is the one, that's the one representing Nigeria and making these deals. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about why is it a recurring decimal, except maybe, the man from Kaduna, his son that day was just mentioning, just to make it seem like, okay, he's saying something. But in actual fact, the real nitty-gritty is we need to go deeper. What we have is just the face representing whatever institutions that we see. And those faces are the ones that we criticize. Those faces are the ones that we, excoriate. We see all sorts of things, we give them name, but they're really not the ones making the decisions. That's the truth. So I'm not even going to say, Yakubu should be changed, because whoever replaces Yakubu will do worse than because it will do worse than what Yakubu did to us at 2 a.m. in the night. Yes, that is our reality, people. That is our reality. Leadership. The only way, whether Yakubu is there or not, like what Black Panther said the other day, the only way where we can disgrace elements like Yakubu and his slave master, whether they are state actors or non-state actors, is for us to come together. It's for us to have one common goal. And then if we stand at the polls and then we are counting the numbers, we are not intimidated by their thugs and their urchins, perhaps we can make a little bit different. Perhaps we can make a difference. Perhaps. But telling Yakubu to change, Yakubu shouldn't be the chairman, it doesn't make any difference. Please, it doesn't. The man that was there before, Jega and Yakubu, they are not different. Seriously, they are not different. Everybody knows Jega did a very good election, during Buhari's, entrance, into Aso Rock. He was one of the best guys. I think it was Jega at that time. So it was Jega now, and then Orubebe was shouting. But in actual fact, the work became so easy for Jega because the likes of the man from Bodilon connived with other ignorant, selfish, greedy, whatever I want to call them, political leaders to deceive Nigerians, to make it seem like Jonathan wasn't doing anything. So the work for Jega was so, in fact, it was I don't know what to use, so as smooth as a baby skin. It was so smooth for him to execute whatever he needed to execute. If you had somebody like, my president, Peter Obi, I think Jega would do the same thing Yakubu did. Yes, that is the truth. So I just want to put it out there. I'm not even going to campaign for whether Yakubu I'm not campaigning for that, because at the end of the day, the same slave that we put there, because Yakubu is a slave to whomever is being enslaved with. And yes, and then Wike's speech. Yes, I think those are the three things that I listened to. I don't know if you played any other thing prior to that, but as for Wike's speech, what that gentleman was talking about, yeah, he's absolutely correct. But the truth is that we're coming back again. Whatever advice Wike is giving Monday Okpebholo, saying that people actually expect, their life to be changed, that's why they're working for you. That Wike just said what the typical average Nigerian mentality is, period. And what Wike was saying was the truth. What that guy analyzed from Wike's speech was also the truth. Listen, the average Nigerian today has the same mentality as the man from Bodilon. The average Nigerian today will want to cheat you. It doesn't matter how they are related to you. whether they're your cousins or your whatever, your friends or your best friend, the average Nigerian today, let me say 95%, because I know the other 5% are the innocent children that are less than 3 years old, that don't know any, or 2 years old. So that's why I say 95% of Nigerians today, they think like the man from Babylon. Perhaps may even do worse than the man from Babylon. And that's why, Mr. Elvis, you went to the store and nobody's talking about it. It doesn't seem like they don't care. But in actual fact, every Nigerian or anybody who wants to go into politics today is just waiting for the moment to loot, because they will use the Constitution. They know what the Constitution says. They know that they have powers over the security chiefs, over every institution. So it's just, I'm waiting for my turn. So what Wike was saying, it wasn't different from what the typical Nigerians are thinking, and he just said it. And it's the truth, and I'm sure Monday Babylon knows that. Anybody who is supporting, many people who are screaming and shouting, I support this candidate, many people, not all, is because typically the average Nigerian in Nigeria thinks like the man from Babylon. They're just waiting for the opportunity to take that baton. They're just waiting. A common councillor or a common chairman, I'm using the word common because compared to, the other big guys up there, I'm using that, I use the word common, quote and unquote. You will see how they are revered. You will see the way, they behave, the way they react to people, the way they treat their gatesman. The way, in fact, I'm even using councillor self. Forget about politics. A common lecturer that knows that, okay, he has power over, the script of his students. You see the way he behaves like a mini god. So this is the attitude. This is the psyche of the nation, unfortunately. Unfortunately. So when this guy is analyzing, sorry, okay, my time is up.
Yes, in 2 minutes, round up.
Oh, in 2 minutes? Yes, oh, okay. I'm going to stop now. So what Wike was saying, Wike was just saying the truth. And how that guy was analyzing is the only issue I have with his analysis is like he's trying to make it seem as if, the likes of Wike and all those people listening, they're a separate species. There is completely separate species of the typical average Nigerian. Even the vulcanizer on the road will not be honest with you about your tires. Even the housemaid will not be, your gate man will not be honest with you 100%. So what Wike is saying, they are not a different set of human beings. This is the Nigerian framework. This is the psyche. This is the mentality. The only thing is that, okay, we know all these things are going on. What's the solution? For me, I've always identified our psyche. Our psyche has to change before anything. And that psyche will change, and that's why we would be able to come together, like what Black Panther was saying, and aim for a common goal and say, this is what we want. Because at that time, our psyche has been aligned to the kind of nation or a country that we want. But right now, the psyche of a typical Nigerian is exactly like the man from Babylon. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, moderator. God bless you. Thanks for your submission and your time with us this evening. I appreciate your time. Okay, the next person that's supposed to speak to us now is Mr. Jonathan. But Mr. Jonathan, just hold on. Let me quickly ask Mr. Pansat some question. Mr. Pansat, good evening to you, sir. Are you joining the panel permanently, or you are on the show?
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Yeah, I'm on the show, so I'll wait for my turn.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. Good evening to you. Please, I would like you to talk to us. Take us through this.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I greet you this today. God bless you. Happy weekend to you. I greet fellow panelists. I greet you all. God bless you all. And Mommy Diaspora, God bless you abundantly, ma. God bless you. All the commenters and the listeners, the callers, I greet you all. God bless you all. Welcome. I will just quickly start from where Madam Rita stopped on Wike. I agree with everything. The video of the guy that presented that video, I think he spoke well. He analyzed the Wike's talk. I just call it, that was a talk. He analyzed it well. I just want to say this, that that's an advice in Nigerian political space. That's a typical advice given to a governor that is running his first term. A Nigerian typical governor that is running his first term, they are just like a script for a first term governor. Those advice does not fit a governor running their second term. It's all political game. The advice to first term governor is take care of the people that supports you. Take care of your godfathers. Don't turn your back on your godfathers, as he was advising Okpeolo. Don't turn your back on Oshiomhole. Don't do that. Take care of the people that supported you. To him, to Wike, the generality of the Edo State people has no place at all. He doesn't care about the people of Edo State. He doesn't care. Just your supporters. And he was even emphatic. These people that supported you, they expect something from you. Can you just see that? Just that's why when we say, when these people speak sometimes, they don't even know that. They don't even listen to themselves. That one alone, that statement alone could get a governor out of office. Just take care of your people, the people who supported you. Take care of them because they are expecting something.
Mr. Jonathan, the reason why, not that they don't listen to themselves, they already know there's no consequences to whatever they say. There's no repercussion. There's nothing that will happen. So they are listening to themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. That's just the truth. Because for you to say that the people that supported you, they are expecting something, their lives to change. What about the people of the state? What about the people, the citizens? Let me just use it. Let me borrow that word, citizens. The citizens of Edo State, from the north to the south, from the east to the. What about these people? Just a handful of people that supported you. So disappointing. And these are the people we have as politicians. Yes, I agree. There's no consequence. They just say it and they know that nothing will happen. Now, the only problem I just have there is the fact that the generality of Edo people has no place at all. You listen to him, nothing about them. It's only about godfathers and those people that supported you. So sad. So sad. And I listened to the interview of the Chief of Army Staff, Christopher Musa. I listened to that interview before, twice on Al Jazeera. And in fact, it's the type of interview that I listened to it gladly. When you presented it again, I listened to it again gladly for the third time. Because I listened to a man who denied everything that is deniable in that interview. Anything that is deniable, he denied it flat out. No responsibility of any kind. Insecurity in the northeast, Nigeria Army, the Nigerian security agencies, they are doing well. Nigerian border is perfect. Everything is good. Corruption within the Nigerian army, specifically, the guy was specific. Within the Nigerian army, no corruption. Corruption, you didn't know that he was speaking to. These are not typical Nigerian journalists, too. These are not typical Nigerian journalists. There's no bias. Corruption within the Nigerian army, no problem. Okay, fine. The guy went further. Corruption within the Nigerian security system, still, he extended it. Give him room. Maybe you want to protect your own, the Nigerian army. What about the Nigerian Navy? What about the SSS? What about the Nigerian Air Force? What about all of those? Christopher Musa, no, there's no corruption at all. Everything is perfect. That is the problem we have in that country. When they see it in broad daylight, he was wearing the regalia, well dressed in a general, and he was lying. He was lying to not to Nigerians now, to the entire world. Nigerian borders, so porous. The guy asked him, how is it that ammunitions are getting into Nigeria? How? Even when asked that how are these people being funded, he said there is international conspiracy. There is no, he refused to take responsibility of any. Nigerian government is free as the air. Nothing. They are not responsible for anything. At the end of the day, in the final analysis, he laid the entire blame on international conspiracy against Nigeria. And the guy asked him, finally, who are these people? Who are this country? Who is it? Which country or individuals, organizations or groups that do not want Nigeria to prosper or to go forward? He said he just doesn't know. Deny everything deniable. The reason why I watched the interview again, the second time, the reason why again, when you present, thank God today again, I listened to it in its entirety, is because I'm trying to see, maybe I missed something. Why this guy was denying everything. Whether I can make a sense out of it, none. It is just the typical Nigerian leader. Whether within the military or within the political space, they are all the same. All the same. Just playing to his political masters. Corruption within the Nigerian army. A baby in the womb know that. Over 4 trillion, this 25 budget, over 4 trillion budgeted to defense. Out of this money, we all know what will happen. Over 4 trillion. And yet, some group of insurgents, as they will call them, terrorists, still have the guts, the temerity, the audacity to attack a military base and buy 6 Nigerian soldiers. And then the National Security Advisor, Nuru Ribadu, will still come out and say insecurity has been taken care of in Nigeria. Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? Somebody must account for all these trillions and trillions that is being budgeted year in, year out. And yet we're still seeing this kind of insurgency, as they call it, this terrorism act taking place. A military base attacked, 6 Nigerian soldiers, bye. And I don't believe anything that comes from the Nigerian space. I believe that there probably more than 6 soldiers that were killed last Sunday, barely almost a week ago now, in broad daylight, a military base. So unfortunate. How they will account another over 4 trillion going to about 4.4 trillion 2025 budget. But let me just end it up here today with respect to Mahmood Yakubu. You know, all the tweets that you read, they are just so in the money. They are just so, so apt. All of them. You know, they should just announce the results. I think I don't think I'll be able to do a better justice to what Madam Rita has said. Let them just go and announce the result and print the return certificate and give it to Tinubu. Just go ahead and do that. Don't waste our time. I think that's the mildest way I can put it. Another person said, If we are serious about democracy, Mahmood should not be the INEC chairman. Yes, we are not serious about democracy. Who has the power to hire and fire the INEC chairman? Who in Nigeria? Is the president. No electoral reform. INEC asking for over 120. See, let's make no mistake about it. The 126 billion naira they are asking for, it is not for the 2027 election proper. It is not. They are still coming. They are still coming for the big one. It is still going to tally to that over 300 billion that they got in 2023. It will tally it or exceed. It will go into. I can take it, please, if you can record. Take note of this. It will most likely be more than that of 2023 for so many factors. One that everyone can relate to is the naira value, the exchange rate. It will be more than that. This is preparation. This is not the actual cost for election. This is the preparation. This is 2025. At the end of the day, INEC will still get at about the same amount or more than that amount that they got in 2023 for failure. For failure. Why waste that money? Just write the results. Just announce it. Give it to Tinubu and let Nigerians just be in peace, because this is pure waste of time, of resources. If nothing is done this 2025, if nothing is done to the Nigeria electoral system between now and the first quarter of 2026, nothing is done. Just forget it. There's no need to waste our time. Just forget anything. And I predict again that the turnout will be the worst in Nigerian history in 2027 if nothing is done. The election, the turnout of that upcoming, if there is an election at all in 2027, the turnout will be the poorest ever. Take that to the bank. If it continues this way, there is no need to go for an election in 2020. Absolutely no need. If the status quo still remains.
Who can Mr. Jonathan, now wait I dey talk with this, so that me myself not go support any election in 2027.
There's no
if
need.
It continues like this. It doesn't make no sense.
It's a total waste of time. Who are you going to? Wow. It is 2027. Going forward and up to 2027, we can now write it in bold. Because when we say it now, some people still argue it, that Nigeria deserve what they get. Some people still find a way around it to, they still find a way, either tribal, religion, whatever, they still find a way around it. But going forward, up to 2027, whatever happens, it is exactly what Nigeria and Nigerians deserve. Because you cannot, how do you want to come out in 2027 and say you are still going to support this party that is in government? Even if they literally comes out 2026, 2027 and start knocking doors and dropping 100,000 naira in each houses, how far will that take you? Even if they end up doing that, literally dropping 100,000 naira each, how far will that take you? They will have to break the Nigerian Central Bank, literally break it to put 100,000 naira each. They want to give 10 million Nigerians 100,000 naira each. And then how they will now govern after that. So Nigerians should get it right from now. And Peter Obi is their nightmare. There is nothing else. That Amadi, I'll call him my friend. I think I can. The Arise News analyst. Yes, I agree with him. Peter Obi is their greatest nightmare. No other else. None else other than Peter Obi. It's been said clearly on this platform. And it's exactly what we're what we're hearing all over the space. It's only Peter Obi they will come after. The likes of Morka, Ononuga, and all of them. For crying out loud, people are speaking against this government every day. Politicians, they will not take time to come out to channels or to arise. Morka has been everywhere, that every possible place it can be, TVC, all over. The other day, he was talking on TVC, and he said, I have been to other places this morning as well. I started wondering, you've been to channel, yes, we know. You've been to Arise, yes, you know. Now you are in TVC, and you are saying that I've been to other places this morning. Then I started wondering. So that means this man has been to everywhere in Nigeria just because of one man. Look at the time that he's spending, the energy and resources they are spending on one man alone. 2 years to the election, or still 2 years. There are many politicians in Nigeria talking against this government every day, even much more, doing better, analysis, putting it on the table for Nigerians to see. They will never come after them. They will never, because they know that those ones they are not relevant in the scheme of things. It is Peter Obi. Peter Obi is their greatest nightmare. It is a threat to Tinubu in 2027. Anyway, Mr. Elvis, I'll leave it there for now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. I know you are surprised and you are very, very, very disappointed over the situation of our country. Like I stated before you came in, 2027, I will not be only today, I don't want to talk. Me no go come here, can't jump like I did in 2023. I'm going to say, no, so person I disappoint must win. You cannot win. Let's say it how it is. I don't want to waste my energy, for coming out every day, to be saying this person go win. You will not win. With the structure that we have right now, you go win. How? Tell me how first. How? Is it the candidates or the people you believe that will support you to win? The old thing you look bala blue. It's not working, man. Sir Louis, please talk to us, sir. Good evening to you, sir. It's good to have you on the show. Sir Louis, it looks like you're not there.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yes. Just a quick one. I think what this platform is doing is what our other platforms to do. We have to continue to preach democracy to Nigerians. We have to continue to preach to them to understand, their rights. We should preach to them to know that Nigeria is our country. That we have to speak truth to power. We should preach to them to know that these people currently in power, they don't mean well for the Nigerian people. The truth is, for democracy to work, the people have to be mentally democratic. If they're not mentally democratic, you cannot give what you don't have. I can tell you that in the Nigerian population today, people who truly understand democracy are not up to 10% of the Nigerian population. They don't even know. Majority of the Nigerian people only see power. My person don't enter power. My person did there. That's what they see. So when people come out, they talk about democracy, they talk about, people looking beyond ethnicity to see competence. The Nigerian people look at you like, what is this one talking about? They don't even know these things. So with this kind of mindset that Nigerian people have for today, I'll tell you something. The political class understand this. And that's the reason why someone like this current INEC chairman will be there. They need someone like that to be there to get their to get their result rather in 2027. The last election that happened in Nigeria, it was an eye-opener to them. They saw that Nigerian people can come out in huge numbers to support a candidate. That did not go down well. But they're forgetting something. that is the beginning of a wake-up for the Nigerians, for those that want to wake up, because Nigerians are sleepy giants. For those that really want to wake up. Because this guy, Peter Obi, won Lagos. That was a huge punch to the god of Lagos. Peter Obi won some other states. That was a huge punch to them. So how to make sure 2027 they prevent that from happening? It's already ongoing. You know, yesterday I was discussing with I made a call. I called some of my friends. So the guy was driving when he spoke to me from the car. So he was in the car with his friends. So someone inside the car said something. He said Peter Obi is playing with his life. That statement really hit me hard. I said, no. I said, sir, because the man is not my mate. I mean, it's not my equal. The guy is old. He's older than me. So I asked him, I said, sir, please, what do you mean by that? Peter Obi is playing with his life. He said, how can you be challenging the city president? Do you know who Nigerian president is? I said, sir, but you live in the UK. You see, I said, but imagine if we have a system like that in the UK where you cannot challenge anyone in power, will you be enjoying the system in the UK today? I said, will you be enjoying the system in the UK today? I said, do we really want to build democracy? Are we trying to build a democracy that our children's children will come and they will enjoy the foundation we've laid down today? I said, now, can we have a democracy where there's no viable opposition? Peter Obi is doing what an opposition should do in a democratic setting. You live in the UK, see what Kemi Badenoch is doing to Kestama. That is what Peter Obi, that's what the PDP and other people should be doing. This man is coming out to speak for Nigerians, so telling me he's playing with his life. I don't understand. And this is the problem is that Nigerians, they've not accepted that yet. They've not accepted that yet, that this is democracy. Because we come from a place where in the ancient times, when you challenge anyone in power, it's another person's head will be cut off or whatever. So that is still in their system. This system of that one Ababa will not talk to Ramo. That is still in the Nigerian system. They still don't understand yet that this is democracy. I can tell, like I said, only people who truly know are not up to 10% of the Nigerian population. So we have to continue to use this platform to preach to them. And I'm begging, because sometimes when I have time, I do join that platform, maybe on TikTok or some of the other guy who used to be with Sarah before. What was his name? Doctor. Sometimes I do join them. I do listen to them. People should begin to, because the more we do this, the more we wake up many Nigerians. And Mr. Heavis, I will really appreciate what you are doing. You are doing a fantastic job, because what you are doing right now, you think it's just we talking. You don't know how many people right now are listening. So people are direct listeners, some are indirect listeners, but this message is going far away, because Nigerians should wake up. What we have on ground now, 2027, it's just a selection process. They already know who is going to come in. They know who is going to come in. And someone told me yesterday while we were talking, because it was a man that did his 60th birthday in London, so I called to congratulate him. So while there was also a communication, they were talking. The man said something. He said Peter Obi will never smell so rock again. He said, take my word for it. He said what the system they are planning right now is by next after this current man completes his tenure, they're going to look for a person who, he said, they will never get an Easterner. I said, okay, I'm not my own. Whoever become a president for me, I'm not ethnic centered on where the person comes from. What I see is who can captain the affairs of Nigeria as a state. But this is their own plan. That because of the agitations they see within the Easterners, so what they want to do is they're going to pick someone from Bendel that has an Igbo name. That person will then appeal to the Easterners. That's what they want to do. Because they said Tinubu doesn't want to hand over to a Fulani, but he doesn't want to hand over to Igbo either. So their plan is to bring someone from Bendel, maybe from the Anioma Ika, or maybe for Igbo, someone that has an Igbo name. That's the boy was not telling me. He said I should go on. He said, you know what? When I say these things to you, write it down. He said, years to come, you will tell me I said it. And this is not who a young man talking, it's an elder. So I was just like, okay. So see, when I see people, when I hear these things, it just makes me wonder that, you know what? Forget it. The power rotates around within this set of people. Now back to what Wike said. Wike only spoke the reality on ground. He just voiced it. We know that is what they do. On many occasions, I've sat down to ask myself, I said, you are elected a governor. The huge allocation coming to your hand monthly to run a state. You are not the one who will pick the wheelbarrow or the shovel to go and do the road. All you need to do is just sign the project, release funds to a better company that will execute that project. That is still an issue to so many people. So you spend 8 years in office, and you will leave the state far worse than it was when you entered. So that tells me that, according to what Richard Branson said, Nigerian politicians are not only corrupt, they are insane. There is insanity in the system. These people they don't think straight. And it's so bad that they recycle themselves. People who think like them are the people that climb to that upper echelon of politics. They're all the same. So we're going to continue to use this platform to talk. And I pray that as we go on with more broadcasts, that many Nigerians will begin to wake up. Because what we need to do is people need to wake up. A tree cannot make a forest. If Nigerians refuse to wake up, 2027 will come, upper election will come, and we continue. It will become a continuous process. And all we do is talk and talk and talk. Nigerians must wake up to know that we need to come together to demand what we want. We need to come together to say we want a better Nigeria for Nigerians. Until we wake up and come together, these microscopic numbers of individuals will continue to recycle themselves and their kind to office. And that will become a benefit for them alone at the expense of the entire Nigerians. I'll rest my case for now. Maybe I'll come back. Thank you. Hello?
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Louis, God bless you, sir. Thanks for the kind words concerning our channel here. Yes, it's a collective effort, including you. All of us will do the work together. Thank you, sir. Yes, I will join you to call on others to put their effort to do the same, like what we're doing here. I've said it so many times on this platform that we need 50 Nigeria Watch platform, 50 minimum. At least that noise will be making it every single day. But I'll continue to emphasize that I'm not saying a platform where you come out once a week or once in a month. No. If you can dedicate yourself to something else, you can dedicate yourself to this, talking about what is affecting you and I. Just imagine we have 50 or maybe 100, but 50, I'm not saying too greedy. More would say 50. And we are out every single day. You say our government not going to listen to us. So, what do we know? Anyway, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. I excite you right there, Madam Stella Imasevedo. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat yesterday. I already closed. I see when your super chat came in. I was so happy, but unfortunately, I couldn't say something because we were already off the screen. But I want to let you know that I received it, and I'm very, very grateful. God bless you, man. Okay, my people just coming in. God bless every one of you right there. Please just do your part. Press on the like and help us to share. Let's call on Mr. Pansat to talk to us. Mr. Pansat, if you are there, sir, unmute yourself and talk to us. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening again, Mr. Elvis and
Thank you,
fellow panelists and those in the comments section, especially Mommy Diaspora. I hope everybody's having a brand new year, good year, and a good weekend. I was listening and I heard Madam Rita make all the points that are very important. She emphasized that Jega and Mahmood are really no different. We have a systemic problem. And it's by design. A lot of it is due to docility of the Nigerian people themselves. One of the things that Mr. Elvis has been rehashing over and over is that obviously if we don't have this INEC in order, somebody like Peter Obi cannot win, or Showere cannot win. And that is true, but it's not them that are losing. It's not Peter Obi that's losing if INEC is not in order. It's all of us. When each one of these people lose, we lose. When these people go into the ring and toss their head into that ring to contest for election for a true candidate, that is a candidate of the people, I want everybody to have in their head and psyche that it's us. If they rig them out or cheat them, they're cheating us. It's not that candidate alone, especially if it has our mandate. Now, I believe that we skirt the main issue when we talk about these things individually, the problems we have, like INEC. The genesis of our problem is in the three branches of government. We copied our constitution from that of the United States. Therefore, one of the things that took a long time to put together, now a lot of scholars in the past have talked about the philosophy of having a government that has checks and balances, separate but equal co-branches of government. It's sacrosanct. You actually playing, you're talking nonsense if you're doing democracy without that. Because if you have a presidency, that's an imperial presidency, that's all powerful. You know, Nigerians like to worship idol. They want a powerful president that can do and rig an election, take it, run with it. If somebody's soft-spoken, has soft power, they look at that person as an idiot, you know? But the main thing to understand is that in Nigeria, we don't have three co-equal branches of government that are adversarial, that check one another. It's impossible to have a democracy without that. We might as well just not waste money having all the other branches of government, right? They have to check each other, prevent any one of them from gaining too much power. The legislative branch should have the power to make laws, but the executive branch can veto those laws. But that legislative branch can override the presidential veto. We don't have anything like that in Nigeria. And we ourselves don't do anything about it. So it's not just INEC. INEC could try to rig an election, but if the legislators discover that there was something done wrong, they can impeach. The courts themselves can send writs down to INEC, a writ of certiorari, a writ of mandamus. Even when the process is going on, the courts can come in and say, hey, do this job right. This is not the way, this is not constitutional. So there should be system of checks and balances. As we're here now, as I'm talking about this is important stuff. How do you drill it down? Why just treat the symptoms? Jega or Mahmood could do anything, but just doing it doesn't mean that it's final. We should have these systems in place to check, haul them in, question them, and do all kinds of stuff. So, ancient Rome, the Greek statesman Polybius, identified this particular mixed regime thing as sacrosanct. And that even in the monarchical system, they did it. We had the consul, the chief magistrate, then you have the aristocracy, right? The Senate, and then democracy, the people themselves. But these concepts, they've over the years got boiled down by the United States, who have a constitution that's thrown down from heaven by God himself. So those who want to read further into this could go to Montesquieu. It argued this. If we don't have a system of checks and balances, we're playing. We're not serious. Now, when you have somebody like Akpabio as Senate president, you have somebody like Tinubu, and you have all these criminals forged. They don't. There's no daylight between them. We're playing, so it's not a Peter Obi phenomenon. You're right. There's nothing he can do. One person cannot do anything. It's all of us on the long-term scope. We have to figure a way to have the ideas of Polybius, Montesquieu, William Blackstone, John Locke. These are hundreds of years ago. They put these things together. So if Nigeria doesn't have checks and balances, we don't have anything. And I cannot blame anybody who comes into that system and takes advantage of it, because why not? We're human beings. Now that's one area I agree with Madam Rita, but I want to go further to say that it's a systemic problem. And I also concur with Mr. Elvis, but whenever you use the word Peter Ruby, you are talking about us. If it's weak, it's because we're weak. All we want him to do is to go in there. He has a record to go in there to cut down the size of government, be honest, don't put his hands in a government tail, listen, obey the laws. Basically, that's all the virtue that P2B has that we look forward to. He's not a revolutionary. He has soft power, people power. They haven't touched him because of us, not because of he's probably not strapped like I am. Probably not strapped. So government can do anything, and evil government can do anything to an individual. So we have to identify that P2B is us, or Showore is us. If it's Showore is the one that the people pick to be in front. But if we're docile, they have no power. I know what I did here when Showore was in trouble, because one of the things that showed me the hand of the Western powers is with Showore. It was glaring. They hauled him in there and they did everything to him. And the ambassadors, you have to remember, they pick up the phone and say, release that boy. Before they hang up, they will do it. According due process. The same thing with Nnamdi Kanu and the Brits. Britain, obviously, that's who's holding Nnamdi Kanu. That's probably why they haven't buyed him. That's who's holding him. So I say that to conclude this way, to say we have to use our heads here. Nobody is going to throw down liberty for you. There are philosophers who say that liberty is watered by blood. Many countries have gone through a revolution. We know how it's done. So if we Nigerians want liberty, freedom, progressiveness, we're gonna have to do the dirty work. Unfortunately, that's the way you do it. We don't have a separation of powers, so let's just understand that that's grave. You have to be an animal to live in a country where the judiciary is corrupt. So that's the last hope of mankind. But in our country, we don't have a judiciary. Do you know that even in our country, you have states like Kano where apostasy is legal? In essence, if you belong to a church and a mosque, and you don't want to be there anymore, you say, okay, I don't want anymore. Then you're condemned to death. And we have all kinds of stuff in the country. So it's a systemic problem. We don't have a judiciary whatsoever. Let me tell you something. Even if INEC goes there and does the right thing, let's say we have an election in 2027 and Showore wins the election. Do you know that if it's challenged, you go to our Supreme Court, they could yank it from him and give it to somebody else? And it's just not, I expect stuff like that. So it's not just INEC, it's a systemic problem. The last vestige where they have their power is that Supreme Court. First thing Buhari did when he came in was to remove an otherwise Western educated Chief Justice on again and put in a Sharia one there. And people like Falana were saying, yes, he's corrupt. Because corruption is the word that gets third world mentality going. If Buhari wants to seize power in 1982 or 1983, he would say, the government is corrupt. if Showore wants to discredit Peter Obi, he's gonna say Peter Obi is the same, he's corrupt. So corruption is the door that they go to. Once Nigerians hear that somebody's corrupt, they lose their mind and their critical thinking and they're gone. So let me just put it that way, because you have to understand that when any of these elections are challenged all the way to the Supreme Court is the one who's going to pick the president of the country. Because finally, this is my final comment, we're operating under an Islamic tenet, Islamic law, which is that God himself picks the president. It's not the people. It's against their tenets in that country. So the deal they made was to have the Supreme Court be that council. They say council that picks the leadership through God. So I'll put it like that. But anytime there's criticism of weakness, P2B is not weak. We are weak. The system is weak. So that's true. But you give him a good, strong system, he's going to be able to govern the country without any animus. He's not a corrupt person. He's not weak. He has all the stuff that we're going to need from any of these other characters. He's not the only one. Baba Ahmed, that is good. Right? There are a lot of Nigerians who are capable. Somebody like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is good. Somebody like Madam Ekwesili is good. Somebody like Kenneth Okonkwo is good. Good orator. Good democratic background. I listen to him. He's a very good speaker. And his heart's in the right place. But they're not tested. They're not. We have one now. We have to all consolidate. All these people have to come under who the people want. We don't want the division. We don't want the division because there are a lot of people who have good qualities, but that's not the only thing. If the people are picking out one person, let's all support that person, unless any of them could say, okay, now this is why we should not go with so and so. So there should be a primary, yes. They should challenge Peter Obi in the primary stages. Tell us why you're better. But for right now, the prima facie case has been established that Peter Obi is who the people want. That's who won the last election. So if you're going to have to come in now, come in early, bring something to say, this is why this is wrong. This is why I'm better in the comparative sense. Because for right now, P2B has sailed all the way to the superlative, which is he's the best that the people have picked. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. And I'm still around. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Pansat. God bless you, sir. If I have to add to what you just said, that everybody is saying, or rather, Peter Obi is what everybody wants. Even the poll and all that, Peter Obi, fine. We understand that. If you ask me, Peter Obi is who I want as well. Like I said, except maybe other people come in, that I'm okay, let me reconsider somebody else over Peter Obi. And the only person I think, which I'm not sure, depending on how the campaign will go, that I can choose over Peter Obi will be Ekwesili. Ezekwesili. I like that woman making an obvious, but still, let's come to what Mr. Pansat is saying. Peter Obi, fine. We already know all these things. That's not a problem. But how is he going to win it?
Yeah,
is what I'm
Mr.
asking.
Elvis, yeah, I know that's a rhetorical question, but I wanted to add something. When we look at the virtues of Peter Obi, right? One of them is that he's going to be able to deliver 5 states from the Southeast. That's big. 5 states, if we divide, he's not probably, let's say, as a matter of fact, I don't see anybody taking any of that from him. If you then compare, now this is going to sound condescending, but we have to be honest when we're doing an analysis. We cannot be sentimental. The reason why I'm saying that is, let's say, yeah.
Oga Pansat, let's forget about the comparison. Let's forget about the comparison. How will Peter Obi or whoever, anybody else, going to win in 2027. That's what I'm focusing on. Let's forget about the comparison.
A last comment. We have a dilemma in the country. We don't have, the system is flawed. But when you're doing calculation of winning, everything has been equal.
Your camera is frozen.
Hear me very well?
But move your camera. It's just
Can you hear
frozen
me?
there. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, let me go back inside. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me go inside. So what I'm saying is that if everything else is equal,
yeah, it's better you off your camera and speak. Okay, I guess you're facing the network issue right there.
Peter will be right.
Okay. Mr. Pansat, your network is terribly bad.
Yeah, I'm up in the mountains, so we have fire all over this state, California.
Okay, quickly respond to that so that we can round up.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that we have to be realistic. If we have a candidate that we know can deliver at least 5 states to begin with, let's say they're equally yoked, which can show they deliver 5 states. 5. He cannot. Now, why doesn't he work together? Why do we have to be pussyfooting around like we have choices? We don't have choices unless you want to play into the hands of these people. Showore is good, but when you're doing the calculation of a strategy, how are we going to win? We cannot have one of our own pissing inside. He cannot deliver 5 states. That would be a miracle. Now, do I want it that way? No, I don't, but that's the way it is. So we have to do the calculation and we have to be realistic. We got 2 years to put it together.
Yeah, but I know after all this calculation of that Pansat, you are still not answering the question. How are you going to win 2027? That's what I'm saying, with Mahmood Yakubu.
Yes, that is where we have to put all our energy into. It's not the candidate. That's what I said before. It's not the candidate who has to fix that. How is the candidate going to fix that? It has to be the Nigerian people who's going to fix that.
But the people are not fixing it. The candidate is not fixing it. The people are not fixing it. Who is going to fix it? Even the government don't want to fix it. So how do we engage with 2027?
We engage in 2027 by methodically finding that silver bullet that's going to make sure that the election is sacrosanct. A lot of it has to come from here. And I keep forgetting that it's a different platform. I gave my talk on what we have to do here. We have to do diplomatic work here. Let's say with Trump or anybody else, to whereby when that election is conducted, we're going to know who won that election, and that person have to form a cabinet inside or outside. We have to take our country back. The biggest problem we have is the United States and Great Britain. That's it. That's who calls.
Thank you.
If they call to congratulate, then it works. If somebody rigs an election, you have to hear what I just said. It's very important in the solution of this thing.
Quickly, I need to go now.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that we have to, the people, not the candidate. There's nothing the candidate can do. We here in the United States, those in Britain, those in Nigeria, we have to make sure that the election observers, these administrations, they have to be lobbied to where they cannot make a phone call to somebody and say, congratulations, you won that election, because until that call comes from the United States and Britain, nobody's won.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Pansa. God bless you, sir. Thank you. All right, we need to round up now, my people. I appreciate you all. We're already over 3 hours. We're just going to do two minutes final submission so we can round up. Moderator, please, I just take your 2 minutes now. Quickly, let's go. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, I know you have to go now. I just want to say thank you so much for today. And at least a lot of people have been educated. Mr. Pansat, I asked you a few questions in the private chat. I guess you've answered it anyways. What do I have to say? Nigeria should actually look in depth with everything that's going on. It's not everything that you hear someone say and you just take it that is exactly what it is. It's not. I've always said it. Nigeria is, the more you look, the less you see. And we're not going to come together, and we are very, very weak because we are not together. Yes, we are not. So it's very easy for us to break. And to Mr. Pansat, I don't know, your analysis was saying if Peter Obi will win 5 states from the Southeast. I don't know if you're talking about the present day Nigeria of the Southeast. Because if it's the present day Nigeria of the Southeast, I don't think Peter Obi will win the entire 5 states because the Southeast is not together. Because the ideology is not together. Nothing is playing together. Everybody is separated. Soludo doesn't like Peter Obi. Or is it the one in Enugu State? Or is it the one in Imo or Abia State? They're not together. So, Mr. Elvis, have a good night and God bless everyone. I'll see you tomorrow by God's grace. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madarita. God bless you too. Thank you. Mr. Jonathan, if you are there, sir, 2 minutes.
Mr. Elvis, yeah, thank you. Let me just quickly round up on this. Thank you, Mr. Pansat. I concur with you, today, mostly. Our problem is not just on the fact that, yes, when we look at it deeply, it's not just INEC. If INEC does, its job, what about the court? What about our court system? I think that's a very, very legitimate question that we cannot just push aside. It is in our right here in our faces. Is Nigeria where someone who came fourth in an election, the court pronounced him as the winner, and he governed the state. Nothing happens. So it's a very profound, legitimate question for us to not just to push aside. And finally, I want to talk on this unity thing. I think Madam Rita talked about it. See, unity is our best bet. The only way is just for us to come. Yeah, the only way for us, the best shot that we have is to come together and unite. This idea of somebody, saying that it is either my way or the highway, it's either I become the president or nobody else. We're joking. We must come together and put together, in one united voice. That's one way to go about this.
Thank you.
So I'll leave it there. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much. Have a good one. Thanks to all the panelists and everyone. God bless you.
I appreciate you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you very much, sir. Sir Louis, please, your 2 minutes if you're there.
Okay. I think let's continue to speak out and wake up the sleeping Nigerians. Let them understand that the power is in our hands. The way it is at the moment, it looks as if the leaders we have are the reflections of the people, because everyone sees, when we see Nigeria, they look at the leaders of the Nigerian people. We are very educated. We are smart people, but unfortunately, those who are running the affairs of the country, who happens to be the face of the people, don't reflect, the Nigerians that other people actually, expect us to, So at the end of the day, we have the power to continue to call Nigerians to order. Let them understand that 2027 is going to be tough, and I understand and I can see what's going to happen. Let's start thinking beyond that. I think for Peter Obi at the moment, and there's so much arsenals, released against him. He's going through a lot we don't even know. And I think he's just a man. It's not a party, it's not a system. How many people do you think stand with him? How many strong Nigerians today are standing with Peter Obi to question Tinubu and look at the policies of the government? None. He's just speaking. And so that makes it even more difficult for him. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Sir Louis. God bless you, sir. Thanks for coming in today. I appreciate you. Mr. Pansat, your 2 minutes, sir, if you are still there.
I'm still here because you're doing such a good job, and I feel guilty to leave. But I'll say these are very important questions, and I hope, because you're very important, Mr. Elvis, that's why I normally come in here to jog your thinking, everything, because once you really see what I'm saying, then you're a doer. You're one of those people that will make it happen. I believe that the concern you have about the system, the electoral process, is a legitimate concern, but you have to understand that there are layers. You have INEC, that they could do the right thing at that layer, yes, but I don't see them doing that. The Northern Muslims do not play with things like that. Immigration, electoral, boss, those kind of things. But they're changing, and I'm very happy about that. The Northerners are changing. What the calamity that's brought by and betrayal by Tinubu to them from their own aperture. So maybe that's going to make a difference, but we can't count on that. We need to do a lot of work outside with election observers, these administrations, right? We have to send that message, do a lot of shows on that. The administrations cannot undercut our needs by going and congratulating anybody. So we fight it out. It's not just Peter Obi or any candidate. No candidate can do. They're not doing anything wrong. We don't have a good system. A lot of third world countries went through the same thing. So, but 2027, believe it or not, is going to be very, very good. Because only imbeciles now will go voting for somebody like Tinubu, right? They did it under Buhari. He had a horrible 2015, 2019, but still they re-elected him. So anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Let's continue from where we stop tomorrow. God bless you, sir. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate every one of you that joined the panel today. Thank you very much, Madam Rita, for opening the door. I appreciate you always. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, Sir Louis. Thank you, Mr. Panster. God bless you, sir. Can say give us a mandate. You were trying to join us, but your system were not turned on. Your device were not activated. I appreciate those of you that called into the show. Thank you very much. Love of God is my strength. And thank you very much, others that called in. I appreciate you all. Those of you that supported the channel. Sue Berry, thanks once again. Love of God is my strength. Thank you very much, ma. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much, my people, right there on the comment section. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for all that you do. We appreciate you always. Thank you very much for being there. Thanks, Love Maduka. I appreciate you. Stella Mansevedo, thank you very much, ma. Rosie Ayosh, thank you. Divine Cross, thank you. McDonald, I can see you. Peggy Modi, thank you, my people. Thomas Omoriji, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. God's grace, thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Rita, once again. Michael Abba, Pius Moye, George Fosa, Igbinedion, Kisdagerake, and many others. We need to go right now, my people. I'll see you guys later on, by God's grace. No, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, so we can continue from where we stop. Please don't forget to press on the like button. Don't forget to help us to share before you go now. That would be nice. And for those of you joining us for the first time, please always subscribe to us and hit the notification bell. We are on this platform fighting for how we can have a better Nigeria in our time. Thank you very much, my people. Have a good night and bye for now. Baba